Understanding the rotation. The rotation is the second phase that you need to do after you initiate it already on your set, but now we're actually performing that full spin over our head. So the most common way to do a rotation is by tucking. There's two ways to tuck. You can either over tuck or under tuck. It's purely preference on style. Often when people are a bit weak in their hip flexors, I recommend they try to do the under tuck, because here you can use your biceps to fight the G-force and pull your knees a bit more closer to your chest. But either way works. Just find what works for you. How can we train that without doing the actual backflip itself? The most important thing I want you to take away from this video is when you pull your knees to your chest, not your chest to your knees, that's how you speed up that rotation, okay? So it's all in the hip flexors. So when I sit down here and lie on my back and I pull my knees in, you can feel, you can see how it sends me backwards, how it spins me backwards. Okay? So try to play with this and see if you can pull your knees from lying here so aggressively that you actually roll over your head. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So the more aggressively you can do this, the better. Now you can strengthen these muscles by doing leg raises. Ideally hanging from a bar, a tree branch, anything, and practicing coming from this extended position, pulling the knees into the chest. That's how you strengthen those muscles. If you can do it with straight leg and touch the bar above yourself, even better. Now, there is a couple of moves that we can learn that are a lot easier than the backflip itself, that get you used to the movement itself. So first one is obviously a back roll. We've already covered that in the last section, so we can take that back roll a step further. So first move I have for you is the skin the cat. So skin the cat is another wonderful exercise to build towards your backflip awareness, because you're training the whole range of motion. It's like backflip on training wheels. You get to hold yourself the whole time, but you also get to practice the rotation, the spotting, the landing. Beautiful exercise. So let me walk you through how you get started with this. Get yourself a pair of rings where you can reach the rings while standing. And from here, just pull yourself through. Jump and pull yourself through and come down. If this is too difficult, get the rings a bit lower, okay? You start a bit lower. Now from here, really focus on that rotation. Focus on that rotation. And as you come over your head, try to spot the ground. And as soon as you see the ground, let go. So what we're working towards here is to start letting go earlier and earlier as soon as we see the ground. So we're training on that spotting, and we're training that landing absorption. 3, 2, 1. I'm already letting go of the rings halfway through. So work towards getting to that point, okay? It might take some time, but don't rush it. And this will greatly help you. Then, next one is rolling off of a block, off of a friend, or off of your bed. We all have a bed, so we all can try this. Set yourself up to make this as safe as possible, okay? I do have a bit of a ledge here. I'm trying to be mindful of that. I have the blanket there to soften it up as much as I possibly can. The second part of the flip, the rotation over the head, coming down back to our feet. The shoulders coming over the edge, the head coming over the ledge as well. And now from here, let's start nice and slow. Feel the hips. If I bring the hips over my face, it tips me around. So I'm gonna start with reaching my hands far out just to make sure I don't fall on my head, and start bringing my legs towards the floor. Now if you go really slow, it'll probably send you over one side first, but if you do it faster, it'll make you go straight over. Each attempt, let's try to make it a little bit faster. Eventually, you want to be able to do this from a sitting position. So you're not starting lying, you just make sure you find that right position, and you start from sitting position, and let's just send it as fast as possible, but still be mindful of your surroundings. Don't hit your head on anything. So 3, 2, 1, speed. Boom. We're already starting to work with some of that fear because all of these moves, especially these rotating moves, are starting to be a little bit scary. So they require a little bit of a mental push. So that is helping us to overcome that fear, to get more comfortable, to learn how to work with it. Couple more variations of how you can do the same drill in different setup scenarios. So if there's a soft blocks at your gym that you could use, those are much better than a bed. Or you can also use a friend. He just needs to get in this crawling position. You step over him like that. You need to make sure that you're sitting at least on the back of his shoulders. So when you lean back, your head and your shoulders are coming off here. And then from there, you just use the arms and really think about what we talked about with the hips. You need to pull those knees over so you roll over. Keep your arms above your head to stop yourself from falling on your face. And then when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. You come over like that. This one takes a little bit of figuring out, but once you get it, it's a good way to practice the rotation. This practices that second part, the rotation, that part where you go backwards blindly. So you're working with the fear, and it also gets you ready for the landing.
And to wrap this up, learn the yoga ball roll, which takes this drill that we just learned to the next level. It adds instability. It is a little bit scary to commit to, so you learn how to work with the fear, and it's a fun trick to get. So learn the yoga ball drill to really dial in your rotational drill.